I'm Kurt Hazelbaker, President and CEO of the YMCA of Metropolitan Dallas. Tonight is a night to celebrate the fathers in the room. Our job as dads is to be a role model and make memories with our kids. My daughters are 26 and 24, but we still have fun, we still make memories, and I work hard to be a role model they can learn from. Each of you are great examples of doing both. Someone recognized the everyday things you do as a dad and wanted to honor you in this special way. You may think you know a lot about the why, but maybe not. Father's Day was not a product of Hallmark, but actually the day came from the why. The inspiration for Father's Day struck Sonora Smart in 1909 while listening to a sermon celebrating Mother's Day. She thought of her father, a Civil War veteran, who had raised her and 5 brothers after their mother had died in childbirth. Sonora shared her idea with local ministers at the Spokane YMCA, who passed a resolution to observe Father's Day. The Spokane YMCA sponsored the first celebration on June 19, 1910. June was her father's birth month. The Father's Day idea spread rapidly, and in 1924, President Coolidge recommended a national observance. Being a father in 2021 comes with a much different job description than in Sonora's day. In the last year, you've likely been a teacher, counselor, coach, along with all the other roles that come with being a dad. You deserve a pat on the back and all the support the YMCA can give you to make your job easier. In celebration of Father's Day, the YMCA Metropolitan Dallas will honor one father from each of the Dallas YMCA branches to receive the 2021 Father of the Year Award. On Sunday, when millions of fathers enjoy gifts and cards nationwide, they also owe special thanks to Sonora Smart, the founder of Father's Day. And now I'd like to welcome a very special guest to tonight's program.
Hi, I'm Dallas Mayor Eric Johnson, and I want to say thank you to the YMCA of Metropolitan Dallas for helping us honor fathers today. This day is especially meaningful to me this year. My wife Nikki recently gave birth to our 3rd child and our first daughter, Leela Reese Johnson. We're overjoyed, and we've had our hands full. So I know what it means to be a father. You love your children with all your heart and you do anything for them. And many of you do so much for them every day. I wouldn't call it a thankless job, but you do deserve to have some appreciation today. Have a happy Father's Day, and thank you for all that you do to strengthen your family and our city.
Felix Lozano, Dallas Metropolitan YMCA Board Member and Vice Chair. My wife's story is a little different. You see, in my mid-30s, I was introduced to the YMCA by a former president and CEO of the YMCA. I'd never played any games or grew up swimming at the Y. However, after shortly getting involved, it was immediate the impact I saw that we had on children and senior citizens, from games to sports to workout. So much so that with all 3 of my children, I got them involved early on in soccer and basketball. And coaching those teams was probably one of the highlights of my life, because it was during those practices and all those games afterwards that we got a chance to really develop that caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility, the 4 pillars of the Y. So it's a great joy for me to look back with those memories. Now, we'd like to introduce you to the Fathers of the Year. Mike Williams, Capel Family YMCA. Mike is a girl dad and has 3 beautiful daughters. He says the best part about being a dad is being able to teach his kids the ways of life. His family participates in volleyball, basketball, and soccer at the Capel Family Y. Justin Milam, Cross Timbers Family YMCA. Justin and his wife Laura have been married for 13 years and have 3 kids. His family loves to be active outside, whether it's playing sports, reading a book together, swimming, hiking, camping, or road tripping. They love to make memories together. He says the best part about being a dad is the relationships he gets to have with his kids and the experiences and adventures they get to go on together. Getting to discover who God created his children to be is one of the greatest privileges of Justin's life. Vontaba Terry, Frisco Family YMCA. Vontaba has 2 sons, 1 daughter, and his loving wife of 16 years. His children are 10, 8, and 6 years old, and they've all played sports at the Y. He says the best part of being a dad is seeing his children grow up while having fun and doing well in school and in their activities while learning their family's values and building good character. His children have participated in soccer, cheerleading, flag football, and basketball across multiple seasons in the last few years at the Frisco Family Y. His wife has coached soccer and cheerleading multiple times, and Vatava is on his third year of coaching youth sports at the Frisco Y. He truly enjoys seeing his children learn a new sport and score their first goal or touchdown. Antonio Hull, Grand Prairie Family YMCA. Antonio, otherwise known as Coach Hull, is a phenomenal coach. He's been a father figure, a mentor, a friend, and a motivator to all of his teams. He gives up so much time for the children of the Grand Prairie Y. He's not only coaches flag football and basketball for multiple teams and grade levels, but he also makes it a priority to learn about each child. He learns about their strengths and weaknesses, motivates them throughout practices and games, and through all of this, still manages to take care of his family. If he's not working, he's with one of his teams. Off the court, he's provided food, shelter, and has purchased clothing and shoes for kids who need additional support. At any given time, the kids can call on him and he's there to support. Antonio is patient, kind, and an amazing coach off the field. Larry Barentine, JER Chilton Family YMCA. Larry and his wife have 3 beautiful girls, Alexis 13, Kalina 11, and Brooklyn 9. He says the best part about being a dad is watching them grow and succeed in school and their extracurricular activities. His daughters participate in soccer, basketball, and summer camps at the JER Chilton Family Y. Larry's been coaching his youngest daughter's soccer team for several years now, and all the kids love him. Larry served in the United States Air Force until 2018, and during his time in service, him and his family have traveled to over 20 different countries. Thomas Rucky, Lake Highlands Family YMCA. Tom has 3 beautiful children, and he says being a dad with a big family is what he's always wanted to be. Tom's been coaching his daughter's soccer team for several years and is now the coach of his 4-year-old son's soccer team. He's a role model for the kids, puts their needs first, making sure each of them feels included and enjoying the sport. Tom says he loves spending time with his kids no matter what they're doing. He loves sitting down with his kids and playing cards and other games with them. Marcus Humphrey, McKinney Family YMCA. Marcus has a family of 5. His wife Shannon, his son Ryan, 17, daughter Peyton, 15, and son Eric, 10. Marcus loves spending time with his children and watching them participate in their activities. He's an educator at heart, so challenging his kids and watching them grow and develop is very rewarding to him. He says observing all their unique personalities, ambitions, attitudes, beliefs, values, and perspectives has been an educational and interesting time. Marcus says being a dad has been the most rewarding and challenging role he has had in his life, but he would never change his role as a dad. Marshall Estes, Moody Family YMCA. Marshall and his wife Shannon have been married for 10 years. They have 4 children. Fisher 7, Reed 5, Elizabeth and Louise are both 1-year-old. For Marshall, the best parts about being a dad is watching his children grow up. The joy he gets from spending time with his family and sharing the gospel with his children. Shannon and Marshall love playing football, baseball, and soccer in the backyard with the boys. They love taking their boys fishing, hunting, spending time in the outdoors together. Marshall and his family participate in youth sports and the Ashford Rise School at the Moody Y. John Bertrell Killian, Moreland Family YMCA at Oak Cliff. John has loved watching his children grow and believes that his job is to shape their environment so they can grow into their potential. He says he loves the feeling when he sees his children overcome a challenge or discover a new interest. The YMCA is an important part of the world Marcus is trying to shape for his children. His family participates in basketball, soccer, summer camp, swim lessons, and holiday events at the Moreland Family Y. He says it's a great place for them to meet friends, learn, and play with children with a variety of backgrounds and interests. Derek K.D. Brown, Park South Family YMCA. Katie says his favorite part about being an uncle/dad is watching his kids grow and discover themselves. He says it's always an adventure and that his children have made him a better person. Katie not only serves as a board member for the Park South Y, but his children participate in the swim team, basketball, summer camp, pre-K, and after-school programs. Katie is a father to many in the South Dallas community and is a great example of the kind of man and father we want all of our young men to be like. Craig Chonko, Plano Family YMCA. Craig and his wife Carrie have been married for 7 years and currently have 2 girls with a 3rd baby on the way. Some of Craig's most favorite things about being a dad include making his girls giggle uncontrollably. He says it must be one of the greatest sounds in the world. He also enjoys when his kids tell him they love him unsolicited, and he loves watching them learn new things and grow. They make him extremely proud. Craig's kids attend the preschool and summer camp programs. They've learned so much since attending the Y and have made a lot of great new friends. Blake Hamaker, Richardson Family YMCA. Blake and his wife have 3 wonderful daughters, ages 28, 20, and 18. He says the best part of being a dad has been and still is watching his girls trying their hardest, whether it's at a very public activity such as an athletic event or a concert, or something more personal, such as a school assignment or making a new friend. Being a dad is a huge responsibility, and Blake has taught his daughters to be independent and adventurous, to be honest and hardworking, and to try to smile at life's struggles. He says it's been a blessing seeing some of what he has taught them reflected in their actions and words, though he sometimes worries that they reflect his sarcastic side too often. More than that, Blake says it's a gift to see each of them become their own person, with their own convictions and opinions, and to become strong, independent young women. Mike Reason, Simona's Family YMCA. Mike is the lucky and proud father of 3 caring, energetic, and oftentimes crazy little boys. Whenever he finds time to breathe, Mike reflects on how appreciative he is to have them in his life. His favorite part about being a dad to Charlie, Luke, and Jack is finding time to coach them some of life's lessons his dad taught him. He says that mix of pride and nostalgia is hard to beat. His boys play a mix of football, soccer, baseball, and basketball through the Simonas Y, and he's had the pleasure of coaching 2 soccer teams for his older boys and will continue that tradition with his youngest as he grows into it. Mike's hope is that the boys will continue the tradition of being an active volunteer for the Y and learn to emulate the values the Y holds near and dear. They're also expecting number 4 next month, so their Y story is just getting started. Brandon Washington, T. Boone Pickens YMCA. For Brandon, family is the single most important aspect in his life. Brandon says the best parts about being a dad are the ones where he's able to learn from his daughter, Harmony. She's the single greatest part of Brandon's life and challenges him in so many ways to be the best version of himself, whether by showing him unconditional love or by speaking her mind. Seeing her grow into a young lady and all that comes with it brings so much joy. Watching Harmony sell her slime at conventions, wake up at 6 a.m. each morning to work out, create new plant-based recipes in the kitchen, excel in school, and simply just be yourself shows Brandon that he's doing something right. Paul Box, Waxahachie Family YMCA. Paul has an incredible wife, Natalie, who is skilled beyond compare, and 2 daughters, Kinley, 10, and Annie, 6. Paul says the best thing about being a dad is all their adventures. From daddy-daughter dates to dad camp to hill country life, they love doing stuff together. He loves the adventure all 4 of them are on together. Paul and his family participate in youth soccer, basketball, and swim team at the Y. Michael Cripps, MD, White Rock YMCA. Michael is married to a phenomenal woman, Amy, for 14 years, and they have 2 amazing children, Olivia, who's 9, and Joshua, who will be 6 in July. For Michael, the best part about being a dad is the pure joy that he gets from spending time with the people who he loves more than the universe. Trying to be the best dad he can be makes him a better husband, a better surgeon, and a better person. They participated in YMCA soccer, T-ball, and summer camps. Chris Klassen, YMCA serving the Irving community. Chris is married to a wonderful wife and has 6 children with 1 on the way. He loves seeing his kids interact with each other and display the unique gifts that each one of them have. His greatest hope is to see them grow up with a deep love for their community, their country, their family, and most especially their faith. Over the course of the past 10 years or so, most of Chris's children have played in various sports programs at the Irving Y, including soccer, baseball, and basketball. It has been his privilege to help coach the teams on several occasions. Willie Thomas, YMCA serving West Dallas. Willie has 2 children that both grew up in Y programs and has been a volunteer in youth sports since 2010. Willie steps up and volunteers at any time, whether it's planned events or last-minute coaching. He's proud of his dedication both to the Y and his family.
Congratulations to all our Fathers of the Year from the YMCA. And I hope that this Father's Day is one of the more memorable ones for you.